Today we're taking a look at the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi C.T Toys Agent Anti-Venom. This figure came in today from AliExpress, so the box is a little dinged up. As you can see, it's kind of punched in, as well as on the top. It kind of looks like someone's put their foot in it, but that's okay. Hopefully the figure is pretty good on the inside. On the front, you've got a comic book image of Anti-Venom right there. On the side, couple more comic book images. Then on the back, it's got the Revoltech name, Agent Anti-Venom again, and a couple more panels, and then it shows what he comes with. A couple of QR codes, and then it doesn't have any kind of copyright sticker or anything like that on it because it is not official. It is a third-party figure. So let's go ahead, crack this guy open, and see what he's like. Alright, so here he is in his clamshell. The clamshell itself isn't that beat up, which is good. It comes in 2 trays. You can see all of his tentacle accessories in the back, and then the gun effects, and then this blade right here. And then you have the figure in the front, the different interchangeable eyes, the bonus head that only came with the special edition of the real Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom figure. All his guns, and then the weapon holsters, pouches, web effects. And then I believe, you can kind of see it down there, is the figure stand, which is really nice, and then the slew of hands. So let me get him out of his plastic cage. So here's Agent Anti-Venom out of his packaging. This figure, is crazy for a third-party Revoltech bootleg. Just, I don't know. It's amazing. He's got this nice pearlescent paint on him. The head sculpt is really nice. They did the eyes in all black, and it's like a high gloss, so it kind of gives off that reflective look like in the comics. The spider logo on mine is painted really cleanly. I mean, there's a little bit of smudging right there, where it's not following the lines, and right there. But overall, if you're just standing here and looking at it, it looks pretty official. I'll bring in the official one at the end for some review comparisons, but just overall initial impressions and aesthetics, he looks great. Nothing sticks out. There's no excess plastic that's around. Especially since this is all white, you'd think he'd be scuffed up or anything. I don't see any of that happening. There's this little bit on the back of his head right here, so maybe I can magic eraser that off, but it's on the back of his head. I'm not too torn up about it, and it's pretty small. And then they even remolded the bottom leg pieces so that he doesn't have the spikes, which is comic accurate. So let's take a look at his articulation. So for articulation, I mean, it's just as good as a Revoltech, I'm hoping. So his head can look down that much, looks up that much. Make sure he's kind of standing straight. Yeah, looks up about that much. You can get side to side head tilt, which is really good. Then you can do a full, swivel. I mean, if you want to. I probably won't. I mean, even though it's white on white plastic, I still don't want to risk that scuffing. Then the arms go out about that wide. Full T-pose. I think you can even get them a little higher. So yeah. It does have a bicep swivel. And the Revoltech joints up here allow for this arm to just do whatever it wants. So full 360. He does have a bicep swivel, although mine, okay, there we go. It's it's a little stuck, but it does go. Double jointed elbows. It hits 90, better than 90. And then his wrists can go all over the place. They're on that straight ball peg, ball hinge. And then for his abdomen, this is just with the top joint. He can crunch forward that much. And then he can crunch back that much with the top joint. And then using the top and the bottom, it goes forward that much. You will see a bit of a gap back here, but that's in the back. And then, let me straighten him out so I can pull him forward. Oh, there you go, he popped. There we go, popped him back in. This is going all the way back. This, you can kind of see a little bit of a gap in person, but for the most part, this part kind of covers it. You can see a bigger gap right here, and you push them all the way back. But you can kind of finagle it to where it closes that gap. For his legs, he's fresh out of the box, so he's very stiff. So I'm definitely going to take some shock oil to him. So as of right now, I can only get this leg up to this high. Let me try on the other side. If you can hear that, he's pretty squeaky too. So tight joints, which I'm not opposed to. I'd rather he be tight for, you know, the $15 or $20 I paid for him than super loose. So this leg goes up a little farther. And then I'll double check on the original Venom to see if his legs moved further. Yeah, I know he's got all these straps and buckles. And then he does have a thigh swivel. I'm guessing, oh wait, no, it's kind of moving even though it's a little stuck. Yeah, so he does have a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, just regular Revoltech knees. Again, this part doesn't move up. So they didn't add any articulation here to where like this knee cap could cover his knee, which is fine, I don't really mind. And then toe can go down that much, go up that much, which is not a lot at all. And then he has the toe joint right there. And then for splits, I highly doubt it's gonna, okay. Oh, I guess it did. That's how far he can split out. So splitting out and then using his ankle rocker. I don't know if he's gonna stand, but probably not. Imagine he was standing. He can do it. It's probably just my table mat making him slippery, but that's a pretty incredible spread. So let's straighten him up and take a look at his accessories. So for our first comparison, here he is standing next to the C.T Toys Miles Morales figure. This Miles Morales is shorter than the official one, but it's good that the Venom seems to be at least taller. He's not as small as Miles here, which is good. And then here he is standing next to an official Mafex Spider-Man classic suit figure. This does have a custom head sculpt from the For Rules store, which I just have ordered another one for the C.T Toys Miles Morales that he put out. But yeah, I think these two look good together. I'm glad that this Venom is still at least taller than the Mafex Spider-Man. Here he is standing next to an SH Figuarts Vegeta. Of course, Vegeta's going to be shorter. This is the brand new one that they just came out with. But yeah, I mean, you could get this into your Dragon Ball collection for whatever reason if you wanted to. Scale's good with Vegeta. And then, just for comparison, I guess, here he is next to a Goku figure. So, they all... I mean, I feel like Amazing Yamaguchi is still a little big, but you could probably fudge it. And then here he is standing next to the official Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom figure. So you can see some of the design differences here, where this one has the spikes on the legs, this one doesn't. The pearlescent paint, this one does not have like a pearlescent black color, it's all just kind of like a glossy black. The spider on the chest logo is a pearlescent, like the armor on this one is. But yeah, height-wise, he is still, the official is still taller than the bootleg, which is to be expected. C.T Toys, all their stuff is like either noticeably smaller or just like a fraction smaller than the official release. But yeah, you can kind of see here, like shoulder to shoulder, the official one is still taller. But I think they both look really good together, and I'm glad to have them both in my collection. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty glad to have this guy in my collection. If you want it, I say go get it. Check on AliExpress. Hopefully they still have them in stock for, you know, a reasonable price. I do think that this was a worthwhile purchase. I mean, I thought that maybe Amazing Yamaguchi would have come out with their own variant by now, or said that they were going to make their own because they saw somebody else trying to, you know, take their money, but they haven't yet. So, I mean, and I think even if they do, I honestly might just stick with this guy unless theirs comes with some crazy extra accessories. But yeah, he's a good figure to add to the collection, and if you want him, I do highly recommend you go buy him.